Alright, I'm complete with the multiplayer, I'm complete with the story, and it's time to give my ultimate verdict, or not my ultimate verdict, just my overall feel of Assassin's Creed. Obviously, if you saw my final campaign video, I gave my opinion on the campaign. Just to rehash a little bit, it was a good campaign. I was kind of frustrated for a couple of reasons. A, it was short, only 9 sequences. I mean, it was longer than a Call of Duty campaign, but it was still, I prefer the length of Assassin's Creed 2 because that's what I consider to be a long campaign. I don't consider it to be this short, just couple sequences here and there, and then you're done, and then move on to freaking multiplayer, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I didn't like that. And another thing, they're kind of getting stale with the same, rebuilding Constantinople by purchasing blacksmiths and health centers. It's the same thing as rebuilding Rome in Brotherhood. It's the same thing. You can train your assassins. You can have them go to Mediterranean missions. Now, they did, in their defense, they did change it a little bit. Now you can assign assassins to headquarters. You can level up your assassins to rank, like assassin rank 2, so they're like level 12, level 13, so you can make them stronger by doing these side quests with them, so you can flush out more of the story in Constantinople, some conspiracies that go on, just on the side, just for some extra content, and also level up your assassins. Now, in addition, there is also the defend your assassin headquarters. I don't know what to call it. It's like defense. I don't know. I don't really know. It's like assassin defense or something. And basically, it's a new concept for Assassin's Creed where basically you stand on a building and you basically assign troops to different rooftops and have them attack waves of guys that move down an alleyway, and they basically try to destroy this main central building, whether it be a large tower or a medium-sized tower, and the tower has health. So what you have to do is kill the guys and stop them from getting to the tower so it doesn't blow up. And if you do lose, then basically the Templars get control of that region and you're basically screwed. So it's a new concept. I was surprised when I first played it. It's pretty cool, pretty fun. It does get kind of annoying because there are some vehicles that are like the rams. Like, once you get to the final stage, the Templars will try to ram your building down with this giant ram which runs on wheels, and it's very resistant to gunfire, even the cannon shots that you can make rain down from the sky. So it's very resistant. It's kind of annoying because if you're not experienced at this type of gameplay, you're going to fail a couple of times before you actually do well. That's just my opinion overall, but it takes some learning, it takes some experience in order to get adjusted to the gameplay of, the new Assassin's Creed modes that they added. So, overall, I'd say the campaign was pretty fun. Another thing, they did not seem to have much of a focus on combat. There's no special armor. From what I could see, there were no hidden tombs, there was no special armor. You could buy armor for a certain amount of money, but once you get it, you get more health, but it didn't really feel like there was an overall ultimate armor you could get. I mean, like I said, in Assassin's Creed 2, you could purchase the Altair, or you couldn't purchase it. You had to go to 6 tombs and you could get the Altair armor, or at the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you got the armor of Brutus if you went to all 6 of those tombs. There are tombs in Assassin's Creed Revelations, but the tombs are hinted towards the Masyaf keys, which basically there's 4 tombs and you do lots of parkour stuff, just like the tombs in the previous games, and basically you get the key at the end, so it's a trade-off. I don't know if there's a special armor, maybe those memoir documents that I was finding. If you get all 10, there's a treasure, maybe that's it, I don't know, but yeah, there are also some other new concepts like the hook blade. The hook blade allows you to climb faster, you can go on the zip line so you can move around the city faster. It's not a huge innovation. It is, kind of cool so that your guy can move, and makes you feel like your guy can move a little bit faster than he did before, but it's not incredibly new. And the other thing that I was really blown away, I think the thing I need to mention is the sequences where you get to go to the Animus Island and replay memories from Mr. Miles' past, and basically You get to see what he was thinking when he was a child, when he was a kid, and it's not the typical third-person mode. You actually go into a first-person mode, and you control Desmond Miles from behind, and you get to place blocks and stuff, and you have to manipulate your surroundings in order to get to the finish line, and slowly but surely you'll understand his past, why he ran away, and I'm only up to sequence 4, and I did mention in my final video that I would play the final mission if I was to ever get 100 of those Animus fragments, and maybe in a future day, maybe in 2012 when I have more time, possibly I will do that. So cool things like that. I definitely praise the innovation that they put into Assassin's Creed. You know, it's annoying when you have things like rebuilding Constantinople and shit like that. It's the same stuff. We've already done that in the previous game. You know, elaborate a little bit. We don't want the same stuff. I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying that Assassin's Creed is the new Call of Duty because every single year Assassin's Creed comes out. Since 2009, we've had an Assassin's Creed every year. 2009 Assassin's Creed 2, 2010 Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and now 2011 Assassin's Creed Revelations. And now there's rumors that the next Assassin's Creed will ironically be in 2012, and it'll be Assassin's Creed 3 or whatever they want to call it. And some people say that'll be the end of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Some say no. I don't really know. Knowing Ubisoft, they're probably going to continue the franchise so they can continue the multiplayer, which I'm going to get to, and so they can ultimately make more money, which is usually what these companies are about. So, you know. So yeah, Assassin's Creed, I had fun. I couldn't put the game down. It was so much fun. Me rebuilding Rome, recruiting assassins, even though it was some of the same stuff. On one hand, I thought it was rehashed nonsense that I was kind of getting frustrated with. And on the other hand, I was like, you know what? I had a lot of fun doing this in Brotherhood. Let me do it again. I haven't played Assassin's Creed in over a year, and I'm looking forward to playing, maybe some of the same stuff, but it's changed up enough for me to give it a fair score that's higher than some of the other games I've played this year. So before I give Assassin's Creed Revelations a fair score, I should obviously talk about the multiplayer. In the multiplayer, I didn't play much of the multiplayer simply for couple of reasons, okay? First of all, today is Sunday. I don't have much time. I have to do other stuff. I don't have enough time to invest into the multiplayer of this game, unfortunately. And I have, as you know, other games to get to. Skyrim, Saints Row, and Halo, okay? Number 2. I'm not feeling well right now. You can hear it in my voice. It's very hard for me to do a review of this game right now. My voice is not feeling the greatest. I have a sore throat. My nose is a little stuffed up. And I'm not feeling the greatest, so it's hard for me to sit and do this. I should be, resting right now, drinking a lot of water to get the virus out of my system, maybe take a walk, get some exercise, do stuff like that. And the third reason is I just don't like the multiplayer. The multiplayer is just very, very lacking, just because the way that it's set up is that it's all about randomization, okay? You spawn. They show you your target. And in this game, there's no longer a circle. In Brotherhood, there was a circle, and it would fill up light blue when you got closer to your target. In this game, the same concept, except it's a square. It shows you the face of the guy you're trying to follow, and there's also a silent meter, which apparently, if you're more discreet, you get more points maybe. But it's kind of dumb because you don't know where the guy is, you're constantly turning corners, you're trying to find him, and then before you know it, the guy who's pursuing you jumps down and kills you, and you're like, where the hell did he come from? And then you look at all the points he got, and he got like 1,000+ points, and you're like, how the hell did he get that many points? I don't understand. It's stupid. And to that point, it's annoying because really the only people that play this multiplayer are hardcore fans of Assassin's Creed. Really, if you saw my previous footage, I was in a searching for a program session, as they like to call it. I was in the searching for matchmaking lobby for like 8 minutes, and I timed it. My camera was running for 8 minutes, and I was basically complaining about the matchmaking, but for 8 minutes, the game could not find a match. And it's confusing, even when my connection was the highest it could possibly be. And I was like, well, this is kind of frustrating. I'm sitting in this lobby, the multiplayer is obviously terrible, and they can't even get good servers so that I can at least get into a lobby so I can at least give it a fair shake, even if the multiplayer is lacking in some parts. So again, it's frustrating, okay? For me, who wants to flush out this multiplayer, who wants to get a feel for it, who wants to maybe improve upon it since I'm not necessarily the greatest. I am good at Assassin's Creed campaign-wise, but I'm not good in terms of blending in with the crowd and knowing exactly where the spawn points are so I can camp these guys and get them killed easily. I'm just not like that. And even when I try, I'll try to go kill somebody or I'll try to stun them, but when I go up to stun them, I press B, and then all of a sudden they kill me, and I'm like, wait, whoa, wait a minute. I pressed B, and then all of a sudden the game's saying that the guy killed me. I thought the game gives you the option to stun the guy. I stun the guy, and then it says honorable kill or honorable assassination, and you get some points, but that's bullcrap, because I punched him, but the game says that he killed me, which, you know, maybe is bad programming, laggy, I don't know, but it came up, and it's just stupid. It's retarded when I play the game right, and I still get screwed in the ass. Kind of like other games I played this year. You can see these common themes throughout other games I played this year. So that's the multiplayer, okay? I'm going to say this. If you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, obviously you're going to buy this game. If you're not a fan of Assassin's Creed, I'd still say buy this game. This is one of my top, I'd say this is, alongside Arkham City and Human Revolution, this is another one of my top picks for Game of the Year. And the only reason I have it as a top pick is because the campaign is great. The story is revealing, I guess if you want to say that. You know, sometimes it's slow. The beginning of the campaign, as far as the story, it's bullshit. Like you're dealing with side quests as far as the Sultan, and it's like, why does Ezio care about the Ottomans and the Sultans if he's trying to get freaking keys to Masyaf? It's like, alright, yeah, maybe he has to kill a couple of Templars to get the keys and find some tombs, but it just kind of seems tedious after a while, and a bit repetitive from what we've done in the previous games. So, the story is fun, the aspects that they've added are fun, and the game is pretty long. Even though it's not as long as Assassin's Creed 2 as what I would have liked it to be, it's still a pretty long game, longer than Call of Duty's campaign, and you'll get a lot of content out of it. A lot of content in the story mode, and if you want to play multiplayer, that's great. I personally think the multiplayer is a waste of time. If you have friends you could play the multiplayer with, it would obviously make the experience much more enjoyable, because sitting in a lobby for 5 hours waiting for your programmed session, not going to happen because the multiplayer is just programmed poorly. I'm sorry, that's the bottom line. The multiplayer, just the matchmaking is just not working. When I have to sit in a lobby for 8 minutes and not have a match, that's a problem. So if you have friends who have this game, that's a great way to play multiplayer. And obviously it'll take practice to get better at something like this. I know I'm not the greatest, and I know people, you know, might get angry that I'm complaining because I suck or I think something's not working and I'm not paying attention to directions. I understand how the multiplayer works, but again, people who play this a lot and are really skilled will obviously have an advantage over you if you're not that good, okay? So what score would I give Assassin's Creed Revelations after all this, okay? Probably, I would give Assassin's Creed Revelations a 9.25, okay? And the only reason I don't give it a higher score, or maybe a 9.5 like Human Revolution and Arkham City, is because the game is lacking in the multiplayer and the story is a bit repetitive. But the game is still incredibly fun, and you get many hours out of this game. You won't be done with it in 2 sittings, I guarantee you that. This game will entertain you for many hours, and you get a lot of money out of it. This is worth $60. I would not rate this game a 9.25 if I thought it wasn't worth $60, okay? So, that's the end of Assassin's Creed Revelations. I will probably come back to this game. Maybe if I do more, I might do more multiplayer for this game, since I only took like 5 videos for multiplayer. I think I barely took any footage, and I know a lot of people are going to piss and moan about that. Oh, you didn't give the multiplayer a fair shot. Oh, you know. And honestly, a 9.25 is a very high score, and I wouldn't be disappointed in that score. It got a higher score than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, so I would consider it a win, okay? So that's it. That's the end of Assassin's Creed Revelations. I might come back to this game to do more of the Animus Island sequences. Maybe if I look up online to get more of the points and the Animus fragments, we'll do that. But other than that, we are all done with Assassin's Creed Revelations. And the next game I'm going to be playing is Skyrim, and I will probably be playing that later on. I do have plans for Thanksgiving, so I will not be available for a certain period of time, so I just want to let everyone know, because I don't know if I'll be making a gaming update. I don't know if I'm going to be feeling well enough to make a gaming update, but just so you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be available for the Thanksgiving break. I do have plans with family and stuff, and I'm not going to choose my games over my family. I obviously have my priorities, and this is obviously a hobby. So, hope you enjoyed the footage. Hope you enjoyed the campaign. Right now the campaign's uploading the remaining footage, and hopefully this video doesn't have any freaking errors, because last time there were some publishing errors where none of the video settings saved, so all you saw was a MAH for MAH for my video settings and my title and description, so it was messed up. So anyways, this is the TheAireaidLord. I'll see you later for more footage. I hope you enjoyed it.